Hey, coaches and consultants, how can you make 2024 your breakthrough year? How can you make it your best year ever? Well, that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about a really powerful ritual that can help you really accelerate your success in your business if you're a coach or a consultant. So, thank you so much for being here. If you are just jumping on with me, say hi. I absolutely love to connect with the people that are on these live streams with me. So I'm so honored and grateful you are here. We're just a couple of days out of Christmas, and I know a lot of people are still on holiday, but it's okay because I want to help set for success in 2024. So, how can you make 2024 your breakthrough year? Well, I have a ritual that I've been doing for many years. I've been building businesses for, gosh, 33 years now. I built multiple businesses, and I have didn't always do this, but when I started doing this, it was a game changer for me. And so I wanted to share this with you because I thought it would be helpful for you as well to set yourself up for more success. See, I think a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we're always chasing, we're always kind of I talk about flying by the seat of our pants, right? But we're not taking the time to reflect, we're not taking the time to plan, we're not taking the time to really dissect what happened in the like in this year and what we want to take into next year and what we want to change. So that's really what I want to talk to you about today. So thank you for being here. Say hi if you're just jumping on. And if you don't know me, if you're coming across me for the first time, my name is Ann Carden. I'm a top business growth strategist and coach, and I work with elite coaches and consultants who really want to build a high-end premium business. So they want to get those really high-end clients. They want to grow their business to a $500,000, $1 million or beyond, but with a handful of clients, not a hustle and grind volume kind of business. So that is what I do. I have a client who just closed a $413,000 sale. So that should tell you something. Now, most of the coaches I work with, though, are around that $25,000 to $50,000 range, some at $100,000 for their client services. So there's quite the range. But if this interests you and you would like to do this, you can certainly book a call with me. All right. I want to tell you also about a free training that I have where I am going to go deep into how you can get to a $500,000 with my method. And you can go grab that free training at expertinu.biz. So if you are a coach that link is right there on the screen. You can go grab that free training. I'm on a whiteboard. I map it out. I go a lot deeper into really what I'm going to talk about today. So, okay, let's dive in. Well, how can you make 2024 your very best year? See, I believe every year should be growing because just to keep up with inflation and, inflated cost of doing business, you have to keep growing. And I think so often coaches and consultants don't really think about their business like a business. And as a result, they don't hit their big goals. A lot of times they're not making the money that they could be. They're not even making the impact that they could be making because they're not treating it like a business. And so this is one of the things that I found again years ago, and I want to share with you. Okay, so I recommend getting a journal or getting a notebook, even getting a clean notebook. And I want to give you some questions that you can ask yourself that can help you set yourself up for 2024 success. And I love a clean notebook. You can just write these answers out, but I want you to really reflect. So when I ask the question, to you, write it down. You can always go back and obviously watch the replay of this as well. But these questions are super powerful. Excuse me, I'm fighting a little bit of a cold here. These questions are super powerful. And when you ask them, you will find yourself already start moving towards bigger breakthroughs in 2024. So the first question is, what is your revenue goal for the new year? So often, I feel like people throw a number out, but they don't really excuse me. Let's see what I can do here. Hold on. I really was taking a risk today. I'm doing this live stream. So often I feel like people throw a revenue goal out, but there's really no rhyme or reason behind why they want to make that goal, why that goal is important to them. And a lot of people don't even set a revenue goal at all. So the first thing I would say is don't just throw out some pie in the sky number. Figure out what you want to make in 2024, and then think about why you want to make that. Why is that goal important to you? What would change if you were able to hit those numbers? And if it's not important enough to you, then change the goal, right? Because um, a lot of people, again, don't do this one very simple thing, and it can make a huge difference and a huge impact on your business for the new year. So write it down. The other thing I like to do is I like to write down as if I've already hit it. So let's say you want to hit that $1 million in 2024. I want you to write down for yourself, almost like an affirmation. Yay, I hit my $1 million goal. Because again, subconsciously, you'll already start working towards that. You want to start wiring your brain to be able to do the things that you really desire to do. But there has to be a desire. So, why is that goal important? So, think about that. All right. The second question, I should say, is am I willing to do whatever it will take to hit my goal? And get completely honest with yourself here. If the answer is no, then once again, change the goal. See, I see a lot of people set this goal, but then they have all of these contingencies. They have all of these limits that they're putting on themselves. Well, I want to hit the goal, except I don't want it to do this, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do this. And sometimes that's just not realistic, right? So be realistic about what it's going to take to hit that goal. And are you willing to do what it takes? And if you're not, then change the goal. Look, it's personal, right? There's no right or wrong here. It's whatever you choose. But if you want to set yourself up for success, then these are important foundational pieces to set your business up for that greater success and for that bigger breakthrough in this next year. All right, number three, what has worked well for me in my business? And what do I want to continue doing? So, when you really reflect, what are the things that, like, how far have you come? A lot of times, entrepreneurs are always chasing, they're always looking ahead, they're always looking at the things they want to accomplish, but they don't look back to see how much they have done that's bringing them to this place. Dan Sullivan has the book called The Gap and the Gain. It's such a great book if you haven't gotten it. But he talks about this, how entrepreneurs are always looking forward. They're always striving to reach the goal, which you should do. You do want to do that. But you also have to reflect. Sometimes things just take time, right? Sometimes everything's not instant and overnight in business. Things take time to make your skill set has to grow. Maybe you have to learn some new strategies and you even have to practice those strategies. I see this a lot with the clients that I work with. When we start working a brand new marketing strategy, for example, in their business, it might take them a few times before that really gets working the way they want it to work, where it's consistent and predictable. So often entrepreneurs are guilty. Well, that didn't work and they jump to the next thing. And you never get good at anything and you never really fix anything when you do that because you can't perfect what it is. You have the opportunity to really have in your business when you're consistently jumping around and changing what you're doing. I see coaches and consultants do this with their offers. I see them do this with their marketing. I see they're always chasing the next shiny thing and they never perfect anything. And so you want to keep working to perfect the things that you are doing in your business. And if it's not, so get honest with yourself here and look at what has worked well. What are the things you want to continue doing? And do you want to ramp those things up? Again, jot those things in your notebook. What are those things? The other thing is, what don't you want to keep doing? What's not working? Now, again, think deeper. Go a little deeper with this question. Is it just that you haven't got it working yet the way you need to get it working? You might need some help, right? To make some tweaks to that. I know I have hired coaches to close some gaps for things that overall the concept was working, but I had some missing pieces. And so I would invest in a coach to help me kind of close the gaps. And so if something is not being executed the way you want it to be and you're not getting the results, what's missing? And maybe you have to hire someone to help you with that. So think about that. The fourth question is, what have I spent time doing that isn't getting results? And again, Do I need to ditch it? Think about that. Do I need to ditch it? I apologize for my cough today. All right. The fifth question is, what do I need to know, or who do I need to work with to reach my goals? I work with a lot of business coaches, and in concept, they know how to grow their business. They help other people be successful in business. But growing your coaching business is very different. And especially if you're trying to do things online, it's very different. And so there might be, again, gaps or things that you have to learn or that you have to know that maybe you don't. And so there's no shame. There's no shame in not being able to grow your own business. This was me for a long time. I kept hitting that six-figure ceiling in my coaching business, and I couldn't get it beyond that six figures, right? That low six figures. And so I had to, again, make some investments and do some things to be able to figure out, okay, how do I grow this thing? This is a very different type of business. And so there's no shame in saying, hey, I'm missing some pieces here. I have some gaps in my business and it's not growing the way I want it to grow. So think about that. And again, be really honest with yourself. And who do you need to work with to reach your goals? All right, the sixth question is, this is a really important one. Highlight it, draw boxes around it, whatever you need to do. Do I have a clear strategic plan, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, to reach my goals? And if you don't have this, your goal is wishful thinking. I want to repeat this one because it's so important. Do you have a clear strategic plan? You should have a quarterly plan, a monthly plan, a weekly plan, and even a daily plan. What are the things you need to be doing to reach your goals? And if you don't have this, your goals are probably wishful thinking. I see coaches and consultants who have been stuck for years. And when they finally make the decision, okay, I'm going to finally invest in a mentor, sometimes their business takes off very, very quickly because often it's a few things that they're missing that they didn't even realize was holding them back. But you have to make the decision, right? So just ask yourself these six questions. They can be really helpful to set you up for more success in 2024. If you don't reflect, if you don't look back, you can't really look forward, or you can't have the success forward that I believe that you can have. And so if you want to unlock the potential to hit that $500,000, $1 million, maybe it's even $350,000, whatever that goal is for you, these six questions can really help you deep dive into what happened in the past 12 months. What do you want going forward? And then put the game plan in place to make that happen. And you can have a breakthrough year. For some people, they've never done this. Maybe you've never done this. And if you haven't, just watch what happens when you start implementing this as sort of a New Year's ritual. Now, I like to do it before the new year because once the new year hits, you should already be hitting the ground running. So that's why I'm talking to you in December still, because I want to set you up for that success in 2024. So, what is that for you? So, map it out, get that notebook out, get that journal out, answer these questions, and just watch what happens. And you know what? I want to encourage you to not fly by the seat of your pants in your business. That doesn't get you anywhere. And so often I see people look back and they're disappointed with the way their year was. And that's probably because they didn't really do the planning, which meant they didn't have the focus, and they even their decisions weren't the best decisions because they didn't have a clear direction of where they are going. So think about this game plan that I'm talking about. Think about this as like your GPS for what you're going to accomplish in the new year, and watch your business explode. So go check out the training expertinyou.biz if you want to see how you can get your business to scale beyond $500,000 in the next 12 months and get into even that $1 million. You don't have to stop at 500,000. But go check out that free training, and I walk you through my process and how you can do this with high paying clients, very high end clients. And it's been a game changer for me and my business and for so many of my clients. And when I can watch someone that's been stuck for years and then all of a sudden they add hundreds of thousands of dollars to their business in just a few short months, it is for me, it's very rewarding, right, to get those kinds of results for my clients. So go check that training out. And I want to wish you all a happy new year. Continue to enjoy your holidays. Thank you for being here. Let me know your thoughts and let me know your greatest takeaway on this video today. So God bless you all. Talk soon. Bye bye.